My wife's trainer lover tried to bully me. You're not man enough for her. I made him regret it. I walked into Iron Forge Gym in Seattle on a Tuesday evening, the kind of night when everyone's grinding after work. That's when I saw him, Ethan, 27, biceps bursting out of his skin-tight shirt and the smug grin of a man who thinks he owns the place. He'd been training my wife Claire for 3 months now. The late sessions, the sudden meal plan texts at midnight, the perfume replacing the scent of sweat when she came home. A husband notices these things. Ethan saw me by the door and strutted over, his voice loud enough to cut through the music. Walk out before I embarrass you, old man. You're not man enough for her. Phones came up instantly. People love free drama. He wanted to humiliate me publicly. Me, a 49-year-old who'd spent 10 years in special forces before returning to civilian life. I didn't answer. I just sat on a bench and began untying my boots. Ethan mistook silence for fear. She told me about you, he sneered, flexing for the mirrors. How you've gone soft. How you can't keep up. The crowd snickered. He thought he was winning already. I kept untying my laces slow and steady, because the moment he made this public, he'd already lost. Here's the truth. Claire and I had been married 16 years. I noticed her new routines months ago. The gym bags that stayed in the closet. The phone flipped face down at dinner. The showers the second she came home, even though she swore she already showered at the gym. 3 weeks earlier, I'd spotted them laughing together at a cafe. Not training, not sweating, laughing like a couple. Her hand lingered on his arm. She didn't see me, but I saw enough. Ethan thought muscles meant strength, but real strength isn't about lifting, it's about patience. Back in the gym, he stepped closer, lowering his voice just for me. Walk away, or maybe I'll let her down easy after I'm done with her. That was the final straw. I looked up, tied my second boot, and stood. You done talking, son? The crowd leaned in. Phones tilted higher. This was what they came for. Ethan threw the first punch, a wild swing meant to impress. I shifted half an inch left. His fist cut air, and his momentum slammed him into the weight rack with a crash of 45-pound plates. The crowd erupted. Red-faced, he lunged again, this time for a tackle. I stepped aside. He face-planted into the rowing machine. Another wave of laughter. He scrambled up, lip bleeding, breath heavy. How are you doing this? 12 years of training, I said calmly. YouTube won't teach you that. The place went dead quiet. Ethan's smirk evaporated. That's when I stopped playing. He grabbed a dumbbell, desperate to salvage pride. I caught his wrist, squeezed a nerve cluster, and the weight clattered to the ground. His hand went limp. You really want to go down for assault with a weapon? I asked loud enough for every recording phone to catch it. His face drained of color. Finally, he whispered, let me go. I released him. He backed toward the door, but I wasn't finished. Funny thing, Ethan, I said, pulling out my phone. You've been very educational these past months. I hit Claire's number on speaker. Hey, honey, her voice came through. I'm just leaving the office. I cut her off. I'm at Iron Forge. Talking with your trainer. Silence. Then a shaky, I can explain. No need. He already did. The crowd gasped. Ethan mouthed no desperately, but the damage was done. By the way, Claire, I continued, when you get home tonight, you'll find divorce papers on the kitchen table, signed, with copies of the photos and texts I had my PI collect. Phones were still recording. Ethan's face looked like he wanted to melt into the floor. And Ethan, I added, stepping closer, check your contract. Most gyms don't like trainers who sleep with married clients. Bad for business when it goes public. The crowd roared. Ethan bolted for the exit. Claire's voice cracked through the phone. Please, just let me explain. I hung up, slipped my phone in my pocket, and told the manager, might want to update your trainer policies. I walked out into the night, leaving my wife's affair and her cocky boy toy destroyed in front of 50 witnesses and a dozen cameras. By morning, their humiliation was viral. By evening, it had ended their careers and our marriage.